This is a boy named Norris Lovett who was picking up in the berry fields for 3 years straight. There were no laws against it, and this kind of child labor still goes on today with no laws against it. This photo was taken in an Indiana glassworks factory where the boys were still working at 9 p.m. in unsanitary, dangerous conditions. Pictured here is a kid who worked from 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. He was a driver for a year in the Brown Mine. The laws today on working that many hours are not the same today. This kid was a newsboy who worked long hours in New Jersey. Today, the hours of child labor have drastically changed. These 3 young boys worked in a cigar company which was in unhealthy conditions, and they all smoked, which was unsafe for their health. This is a child named Gills. He was injured while working a spinner mill in North Carolina. Child labor back then led to devastating injuries because of the laws that did not prevent them. Pictured here is a child who looks about 5 years old and is employed. That is not okay, and this is one of the photos that led to change today. Here is a photo of a young trapper boy named Vance. He had to sit in a room that was almost pitch black for 10 hours. This kind of child labor is not really seen today. Nowadays, children are now working in retail stores where the laws are much different than they were back then. In this picture is a girl who is working at a coffee shop. The girl in the picture looks excited as she knows she is making customers happy, unlike the children in the photos from back then, who know that they have to work hours on end. As you can see, children these days are acting, and the child labor has changed since the Industrial Revolution. The children in this photo are reading scripts. In today's society, child labor has gone from factories to acting, which is a huge difference and a good change. Since 1938, child labor laws have changed for the better. Children who are minors under the age of 16 are required to have a permit before accepting a professional role in acting. Children or teens who are 16, 17, and above are not required to have a permit, but it does put them in a place where the people in charge can be tough. As displayed, child labor involving agriculture existed back then, and it was horrible. There were no specific laws against age. Unfortunately, today, people with higher power are not doing anything to stop agricultural child labor, and it is in fact a huge health risk. Child labor laws have gotten better today in America, but it has also not gone through a tremendous change. Today in America, there are no restrictions on agricultural child labor laws, and it is atrocious. As you can see from this chart, there are many work-related child facilities that are still taking in younger ones. There are still 73 12 years old and younger, and the numbers have only gone up. From 2003 to 2016, this was the chart that models child labor then. But the numbers have not really gone down, and due to COVID-19, there could be an increase in child labor. We just want to make sure that the laws don't change and only change for the better.